You have no idea how much trouble Nvidia has been putting me through over the past 5 months. You have no fucking clue. Since the beginning of November, for whatever reason, I do not understand. All right, I don't fucking understand. I don't know why Nvidia cannot get their shit together. I have yet to figure out why. For whatever reason, all of their graphics drivers since the beginning of November, so like since their first driver release in November, it does not matter what your machine is. If you have anything that records video or encodes video, your computer will crash upon any instance of a program trying to access these devices. So if you are editing in Premiere, if you're editing in After Effects, if you're trying to run OBS, if you're trying to use any form of video encoding, or you're trying to record yourself using a web camera, your computer will hard crash because the graphics drivers get hitched. And it has not been fixed. It has been this way for months, and Nvidia has still not fixed the problem. And there are just tidal waves of complaints over this, and they're not getting their shit together. It's infuriating. I don't get it. I really don't. I don't understand why they haven't fixed this yet. It's fucking stupid. It's unbelievably stupid that they've not fixed this yet. God. Shit. Also, thank you for the subs. Straw Kings, appreciate it, man. You love Pilk, so do I. And irregular reviews, thanks, man. I am clappy, big cheeks. Nice. As they say, twerking, right? On the kids? With the kids? Have I seen Discord news? Wow, Discord news! No, I haven't. What's going on? No idea what Discord news there is. Is there even such a thing called Discord news? Is Discord working today? That's all people care about. Discord servers are down in Portugal? Color me unsurprised. They probably fail in a different country and they cycle every hour. And the next hour it's gonna be fucking, I don't know, Israel. The next hour after that it's gonna be fucking Venezuela. The next hour after that it's gonna be Canada. And then after that it's gonna be fucking Croatia. Who knows? Who knows how Discord's gonna break next? That's not news, that's just normal. That is just normal. How it is. Also, how's it going, guys? How's everyone doing? Hope everyone's doing good. It's Wednesday. You've made it to the middle of the week. How's everybody? Riddle me this. How it be, how it do? How's it going? Here's the problem. Because this is okay, so Valve didn't lie. This is worth discussing because, like, we've entered this it's a very weird thing where before the blog post change, you were not allowed to even think that it was going to be just the status quo. If you held that opinion or even like slightly swayed that way, you caught shit, right? Which is like the normal expectation that people would have given Valve's track record in handling TF2 over the past 5 years. Expecting anything beyond the status quo was already asking for too much. But because of how Valve worded the blog post initially, it was very open-ended. And it immediately led people to believe, oh, update-sized update must therefore mean major update beyond the status quo. When, very obviously, now, in Valve's eyes, an update-sized update is just the normal holiday updates we've been getting for the past 5 years. And they just worded it incorrectly. And that led for everyone to assume, oh, it's going to be bigger than normal, when in reality, it's just more of the same, which is exactly what I predicted. And I hate the fact that I'm right. I wish I wasn't. It's like, I'm tired of it. I'm sick of being right about the negative shit because I keep hitting the fucking nails on the head every fucking time. And I'm pissed. Man, I'm tired of being right. Fucking sucks. And here's the thing. Valve didn't lie. They just posed the update thing very, very, very poorly. Like that is entirely Valve's fuck up. They fucked up. They should have not worded the blog post like that. They should have known that it was going to lead for people to think that they were going to get more than the usual. That was the biggest fuck up. And you know what? It's a double-edged sword. On one hand, it's a good thing that they went back and changed it. It's a good thing that they went back and changed it because it's better to, you know, what's the phrase? Rip the band-aid off early than to let everyone down on the day of the update's release. But then, on the other side of this, it probably would have been better for them to have not said anything at all and just left it as is. Because the initial blog post was so open-ended that if they had just delivered exactly what they said and who knows what else, that could literally mean nothing, right? And if they just didn't touch it, then I think it would have been an equally as soft of a blow than them going back and changing the blog post, if not a softer blow, right? Because if we just got like a normal the Smiths in summer update, then everyone would have been like, oh, okay, we expected this right out of the gate. But the fact that they went back and changed their own blog post was like that was just taking the knife, stabbing it, and then twisting it, right? Like, if the update had just been a summer and a Christmas and summer thing, that would have just been the knife. But the fact that we got the twist before the stab, ooh, man, that is really making Valve look bad. And again, that's their fuck up. You cannot blame the community, the quote-unquote player base, for getting excited because of how they worded it, right? And it's been 5 years, and when they say update-sized update, that's a pretty big fucking deal. Not to mention it was the first blog post since 2020. In almost 3 years since they had an official blog post announcement. That wasn't just on the update splash page. It's like, wow, someone really fucked up making that blog post. And again, it's entirely on Valve. You cannot blame people for getting excited. You simply can't. It sucks. It really does. That being said, I called it. I did. I called it. I called that it was going to happen. I knew that we weren't going to get anything beyond the status quo. It sucks that I called it. I wish I didn't. I'm fucking pissed off about that. It sucks too, right? Because this is probably just because of who I am and the position I'm in, where I cannot give any form of opinion on something without pissing somebody off, right? Like, I can say, oh, I have, you know, the restrained optimism about the update, whatever. Oh, you can't be, it's gonna be a full update. You can't be, how dare you say it's gonna be summer, and then the blog post changed, right? Then the blog post changed, and then I said, oh shit, I was right. Oh, we knew you were right the whole time. How dare you can't fucking, you know, it's like people just fucking like lose their shit whenever I convey an opinion about something. That's just how it is. Also, gift subs, thank you, appreciate it, man. 5 gift subs from irregular views. Thank you, sir. That's just the position I'm in, and it sucks. But I'm seeing it happen to other people, too, who voiced their concerns before the blog post change of, oh, it's probably not going to be anything big. And then people went fucking rabid, dude. They got fucking, like, God forbid you criticize the multi-billion-dollar company, because there will always be people who insufferably defend it. Always. It does not matter. It's fucking stupid. Here's the problem. Here's my problem. A nerd bottle. And I'm serious. Like, I gotta go full webcam for this. Did my webcam just crash? Motherfucker. There we go. Alright, we're back. Hold on. Why is this not working? That's weird. Anyway, we'll just make myself bigger. I gotta go full webcam here for this one, alright? Full webcam here. My fear, right? My fear. You say, hey, at least it's summer cosmetics, not fucking Smiths or Halloween again. My fear is that this is just gonna be another themed update. Like, people are gonna take the fact that it's gonna be summer, and we're already seeing this on the workshop. There's been a huge fucking influx of summer-themed items, right? So we have, like, you know, sand castles, and popsicles, and flowers, and beach themes, and beach balls. You know, we're getting a lot of that, because for whatever reason, a lot of workshoppers just can't make normal shit. Like, they're just so ingrained. Like, it has to be themed. It must be themed. It has to be summer themed. It has to be Halloween. It must be like they can't just make a normal fucking hat. They can't just make a normal fucking war paint, right? It must be strictly themed. I don't know why they do this. Well, I know why they do this, because that's all Valve fucking picks for the most part, right? And I pray to and note that they fucking removed the non-themed thing from the blog post. That's not there anymore. They removed that. Now it's a summer update, which heavily implies that it's gonna be summer themed. It's just, oh no. No, Valve, don't do this. Not like this. Please, Valve, don't do this to us. I don't want to see a tacky summer themed update. I really don't. I really, really don't. But it's gonna be that. You know it's gonna be that. Just, God, and I dread it. I really do. I fucking dread it, because I am mortified about what they're gonna add. Like, I firmly believe that the past 3 hat boxes were flukes. The summer one was pure fucking luck. That it just so happened to be that a majority of the items put in that case were on the first few pages of the workshop, and Eric just happened to pick good ones, right? And then for summer, we went back in quality a little bit. There were a lot of stinkers in that case. I'd say about 60-40 good, bad hats in that case. So that was like on par with what we normally get for Halloween. And then for Christmas, I fucked that up. That was my fucking bad, because I made a video advertising 3 different item sets, and those got upvote bumped to the first few pages of the workshop. Eric saw those and then accidentally picked those. I think those past 3 cases now, thinking about it, are a fucking fluke. And now I truly fear, because people are picking up on this, that if you heavily bump an item or promote it, it's going to push to the first few pages. And this is what workshoppers have already been doing for years. If it's released a week or 2 before they start picking the shit, there's a higher chance of it getting picked, because it's on the first few pages. Valve doesn't have to do any work. Whoever picks the fucking items doesn't have to do any work. They scroll through the first few pages and pick a few things, and then boom, they're done. They don't go for that far back. They don't go that far back. Sometimes they do, in a rare occasion. Sometimes they do, but for the most part, most items are on the first few pages. And here's the thing. Now people are picking up on the fact that you can advertise bump items, so I suspect we are going to see more people of influence, beyond myself, advertising certain items. And people are going to advertise trash, and it's going to get in the game because it's in the first few pages. You're going to have some guy who just can't help but praise every single thing he sees, and he's going to bump trash to the front pages, and it's going to get in. Watch. It's going to happen. If not, then thank God, but I guarantee it's going to happen. Anyways, let's begin the stream. You guys know the deal. Send me workshop links, and I will go through as many as I can for as long as I feel like. And I will give my open, honest thoughts on whatever you send my way. I mean, yeah, you could also use bots to upvote your shit, but I don't know how easy that is. Are you? Okay, so that was a joke, by the way, that I was in Ohio. The guy who manages my Twitter for me made that tweet as a joke, so... yeah. Ignore that. I wasn't actually in Ohio. That was just a joke. Just a joke. False alarm. Wasn't actually in Ohio. I survived. Also, a lot of crazy shit going on up there right now with that train wreck. That's pretty literal train wreck. A little scary. I want to see someone who actually likes TF2 to work on TF2. We don't... I'm surely they have some kind of attachment to the game. It's just that they work on it part-time, so they can't dedicate nearly as much time or effort towards it that would, you know, result in higher quality picks or updates, you know? So, it's hard to say. What is this? Oh, fuck me. What the fuck? Oh, it's horrible. Okay, so right off the bat, fucking abysmal. So we just have a default circular gradient from Photoshop. You can still see the green outline from when they trimmed it out of the green background. So Photoshop skills already below subpar. So we have a default gradient, and then they took a PNG of the bottle and appeared to apply a paint filter on it, and then just haphazardly slapped it over the default gradient. So really shit. It's terrible. This does not belong in the game in any capacity. There have been other bottle-themed war paints that do this infinitely better, and I honestly cannot provide any form of feedback that would greatly improve this item. Unfortunately, this is just a fact. There are some submissions that are dead upon arrival, and you cannot offer any form of feedback that will improve them. Scrap this, start over with something completely different. This is dead on arrival, and it does not belong in the game. It is, frankly, terrible. The colors don't belong in the game. The gradient from white to red and blue is simply unbefitting of the game's art style. What is this signature? You can barely see it. The colors contrast way too sharply, and the bottles slapped on top of it just make it way too fucking busy. It's just flat out ugly and low quality and amateur work, and it does not belong in this game. Plain and simple. It could be worse, because I have seen worse. Okay, so here's one more thing I need to address before I really dig into the workshop review stuff here. Maps are tricky, all right? I'm trying to figure out a way to play maps, to give feedback on maps, because I can do this easily with war paints and hats, right? Because that's just a visual quality. When it comes to maps, you have to actually play on them before you can give appropriate feedback. That's not something I can do on stream. Because if I run a server and I make it public, it will immediately get DDoSed, no matter what I do. No matter what protections I take, if someone is dedicated enough, they can throw whatever resources they have at it, or enough to completely trash the experience. It's not something I can do live on stream. The only thing I can do on stream when it comes to maps is just look at them and maybe boot them up in single player and move around the map and give my bare bones basic thoughts. That's all I can do. So I'm trying to figure out a way where I can take map suggestions and play on them and give feedback in an environment that won't get destroyed by a handful of severely mentally ill individuals. I'm trying to figure that out. So, once I do, then I'll be able to actually give proper feedback on maps, which is not something I can do yet, alright? So, bear with me. For the time being, I still cannot give really any feedback on maps until I've played them, alright? If I have played on them before, then I can actually give feedback, but it's highly unlikely that I have. I do play custom maps every week on Aaron's stream, and his stream is usually small enough where it doesn't get a lot of negative attention, so, but I will almost immediately, and it's not something I can do. What? Ew. Oh, I mean, okay. So, this is like the third health kit war paint that I've seen. And the other two health kit war paints that I've seen do this. Oh, that's just gross. Ugh. It's like the Band-Aid gets slimy. Ew. Oh, no. Like, frankly, this is just gross. It's a little bit gross. And then when it comes to the Band-Aid texture, I get that it's meant to be a Band-Aid, but the dots are too small and too closely spaced, so it's really busy. The flesh color is too bright. The bandage texture is quite decent. I'd like to see this bandage texture incorporated into something else. Like, you could do like bandaged wood, like a baseball bat or something like that. I think that you could do something like that for sure. But I think the bandage texture is the best thing that comes out of this. The health kit color is, I mean, it looks fine with the bandage, but then and the logo looks fine, but really the fucking Band-Aid texture is, frankly, gross. And two, the color does not really look that good with the overall palette. It makes the whole thing very ugly. I feel like if they went with like another gray or a more neutral tone and not this, flesh-colored tan, it would look a lot better. And the fact you have 2 custom wears on this, well, technically 3 because you have the back handle as well, it just makes it really busy. You have too many colors going on, too many shapes, too much shit going on all at once inside of the entire overall composition. It's got too much. I think if you simplify the primary texture, make it like metal, like surgical steel or something, so it's cleaner, and then you can really let the blood-soaked wrappings carry this war paint, because that's the best thing. The blood-soaked wrappings are the best thing. If you swap out that Band-Aid texture for like surgical grade steel, like a scalpel or something, then that would be really fucking cool. Because, like, you can envision it like a surgeon's table, right? You have the surgeon's table, you got all the tools, and you have that nice, shiny, silvery metal that has a really, really, really subtle custom wear, like barely slightly darker gray. That would keep the gun looking really clean, and then you can have the blood show up on the bandages, and then, of course, as you get the field tested in lower wear, then you have the blood splatters show up, so that you can get blood on the surgical steel. That would look really cool. That's what this war paint should do. The Band-Aid, is gross. It's really ugly, and I don't like the fact it looks like poop. It looks like it got stuck up someone's butt. I don't like it, but it can be improved. I would love to see it adjusted to like surgical steel. I think that'd be really neat. All right, let's see. More links coming in. Let me grab these before they get too far away. Looking to redo my Jesus. Try at the end of the stream, tell people to submit maps, let the chat vote, and download the top 5. Okay, so so what I'll do is I'll just I won't ask for a top 5. What I'll do is I'll just collect a bunch of links, and then I'll pick the best ones, and then we can play them on our stream. That might be a better way. So at the end of the stream, remind me to do that. Looking to redo all of my non-themed war paints, the better ones, for the summer update. Would be keen on your feedback. Yeah, I think I've looked at this one before, man. So overall, you need, like, okay, so where this one fucks up in having too strong of a contrast in colors between the colors, right? This one doesn't have enough. So all of the 3 colors here are a little bit too similar. And since you have copper, what you should do for this one, like I love the oxidized wear, but what you should do is really brighten up the main copper texture, push it more to orange, and have it, and give it like a, is it albedo? I'm using the right term. Make it shiny, like make it shiny and orangey, polished copper, and not so much oxidized and rusty. And then that'll really give it the brightness it needs. It'll give it the contrast it needs between the primary and the secondary, and I think that will help it a lot. And honestly, I think that's the only change it needs, is to, it's just brighten up this orange, and then I think you're good, really. Because the custom wear will then add that, you know, it's a darker custom wear, and that'll look good against the brighter brownish orange. Though, well, okay, so brass won't work on this because it kind of takes away from the point, which is it's meant to be copper. Perhaps... Is this meant to be wood, or is this meant to be metal? Addlepop. Is this meant to be wood or metal? Remind me. Oh, yeah, I did look at this one before. Refresh my memory. Is this wood or metal? Metal? Yeah, keep it as metal. Keep it as metal. And I will relay the idea. Maybe try wood. Ooh, black matte. Like a black instead of this? Maybe. But then if he brightens up the orange here, it might be too much. I think this needs to stay brown. I think black would push it into the too strong of a contrast territory. Black won't work. Yeah. Keep this, test out the copper plate, brighten that up first, see how that looks. I think that's all you're gonna need. Maybe try wood for this. Maybe try wood. I'm curious to see how like a wood would look. Slightly brighter, more like a not a reddish brown, but like more, because this is reddish brown now. Make it more like a brown, but then that might also bump the contrast too high. Yeah, just brighten up the main copper texture first and see how that looks. I think that's all you need to do. Brighten up, yeah, but keep it gritty. Keep it dingy, but brighten it up and make it more like the shiny, almost orangish, you know, like the copper color people would expect, right? Like kind of do like hold on, I gotta find, oh shit. Okay, so I need to refresh my memory on it was a Pamp war paint. Hold on. I hope I can find it. There's gonna be no way I can find a Pamp war paint buried in this mess, is there? Because he made a war paint that uses the exact shade of copper I'm thinking of. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to find one. I hope I can. I'm gonna find one. Hold on. There has to be one that's higher up. Wow, there's no fucking... There we go. Pamp. Boom. Okay, so where... See, like this one. See, here we go. That has that shinier copper color that you would expect. Get it to something like this, and then I think you're good. That's the color I'm talking about. Brighten it up to that, keep it dingy, and then I think you're good. That's exactly what you need to do. We good? All right, moving on. Next. Well, this is interesting. I kind of like this, all right? It's a very, oh, it's like a large, oversized hat. I like it. I like it. I like it. I like it. But here's the problem. Here's the problem. It removes the spy's balaclava. And I don't think you should do that. I don't think that should be allowed. It looks really good, but in my personal opinion, you should not violate that part of the spy that nearly no other cosmetics violate. There's only one of them that reveals a face on the spy, and it's that promo item for Borderlands. Every other spy cosmetic keeps his face hidden, and yes, the hat is over his eyes, but I really don't think you should be showing his face. It's a really nice looking cosmetic, but when you remove the balaclava from the spy, it's not the spy anymore. It's not the spy anymore. So, and also, yeah, that item, that spy face from Borderlands is a very restricted item. So like you can't get it anymore because it was in Poker Night. I think it's tradable though, so you can probably trade for one. Yeah, like from the neck down, this is still spy, but the face, it's just not the spy, man. That's the only reason why I don't think this is appropriate for the game. It's very well made, but it's just I don't think it should be allowed. I don't think it'll fit. It's because I'm not looking at the spy. You gotta have the mask on there. I really think so. Despite how good it looks, I don't think it should be in the game. Another one I'm planning on redoing. Okay, forklift certified. I already like this one a lot more. Uh so I'm assuming you have so I'm assuming what this is you have a team colored variant here, and then you have an alternative option which is just yellow. Yellow plays well for neutral, I think. Yellow plays well for neutral between both red and blue, so I think you're like these color palettes are great. Like there's not much you should do with the color here, I don't think. Um what could you do to improve this though? I feel like hmm I think the primaries need something. The primaries need something because you mm, give me a second. Yes, I'm using a TF2 texture as a reference here, but I need to find the one I'm thinking of real quick. Uh actually, I think one of these solid colors might work. Not that one. This one? No, not that one. Yeah, I think this is what you need. You need something like this. You need some I know people don't like this, but I think this adds a lot of nature and charm to a war paint where you have like missing paint, paint chips, scratches, dents, maybe a bullet hole. I think adding something like that might help break up the primary texture a little bit. It doesn't need to be as sharp as this. Maybe instead of paint chips, maybe have it be something along the lines. I don't know why I fucking closed. Why'd I close this? Fucking goddamn it. Hold on. So maybe not paint chips, but something to break up the primary texture. So you should do. So I need a. Where's one that like really shows? You need like dirt. You need like dirt, scuff marks, something like that. I think that's what you need. You need something to kind of generally speaking, you need something to break up this texture a little bit because you have like the painted, you have like the paint strokes on there. Mm, ugh. No, not that one. What if you bump the contrast? Maybe if you bump the contrast a little bit, it'll make it look a bit dirtier. Like the brights will get slightly brighter and the darks will get slightly darker. Then maybe you won't need to add anything. Because I'm thinking something along the lines of this, right? Where you have like noticeable smudges or scratches or dents or something like that. And I think that's really the only thing this needs is to break this up. Because like I was noticing it on the shotgun especially. Like the shotgun, that I think that looks pretty bad. It just looks like this long, skinny yellow thing. Upscale it maybe? Upscale it a little bit. Upscale it a little bit. So like these paint swat like the paint strokes are a little bit bigger, right? A little bit patchier, more like what you see going on in the background here with this background texture you used. And then bump the contrast up a little bit. And then I think that's all you really need to do for this one because the grays are good. The grip texture, the grip texture. Yeah, I think the grip texture's fine. I think just do that with the primaries, and then I think you're okay. Yeah, try that. Try that and see how it looks. I think that's what you need to do. Yeah, the grip is fine. Oh God, what is this? Holy shit! Wow, what the fuck? Okay, so they just took all of the signs in TF2 and then slapped them on a model. It kind of looks cool though. Oh no, I kind of like it. I kind of like it. I don't know. I think the colors are the best part. The colors are the best part about this, honestly. But it is very, very painfully busy. It's very, very busy. That's the only problem is it's just it's got too much going on. I will say this though. I will say this. It is incredibly hard. It's incredibly hard to make a sticker bomb war paint. It's very hard to make a sticker bomb war paint that looks good in TF2. But frankly, this is the best one that I've seen on the workshop thus far. Like this one is passable. Like I would not be offended if this one made it into the game, despite how busy it is. Because even though it's very busy, all of the details from all of the TF2 signage are big enough where it's not getting lost in this big fucking nasty mess. And what's also good and what really helps is that the color palette is simple, right? It's all in the same area. It's all in the same area, so you're not getting a lot of really strongly contrasting colors. That helps it a lot. But it's just a little too busy. It's like But here's the thing. It's still better than the fucking Red Rock Roscoe. I'll pull up the Red Rock Roscoe just so you have just so like because that's like the only sticker bomb esque war paint or skin really that we have in the game, and it looks really bad because it's really fucking busy. It doesn't help that it's on a smaller weapon model, which is one thing that this war paint will suffer from is that on smaller weapon models it'll look pretty bad. Yeah, custom background, whatever. Let me pull up the Red Rock Roscoe real quick. Did my game just... Hello? Whoa, there we go. That was weird. Let's see. Warpaint. Oh, right, I forgot. I can't inspect the Red Rock Roscoe because it's bugged. Fuck. I have a solution to that. Yeah. So there's the Red Rock Roscoe texture, right? And it's pretty busy, but it get like here's the thing, right? It's like if they had maybe tweaked the darker colors so they were a little bit lighter, then this one could have been a bit more passable, right? Oh God, it's hard. Yeah, I think this one's okay. I think this one's okay. I think this one's all right. Because look at that. That looks pretty good. It is. I don't. Okay, so this is just my own unfamiliarity with the with all the stuff in TF2. I don't know how much they adjusted the textures from the game. Like I don't know if they tweaked a lot of the colors. I'm not sure, but it's still transformative enough where I think this is good. I would not be offended if this was put in game. In fact, I may use this. I might actually, it looks, the problem is it's going to look like shit on smaller weapon models. You need larger surface area to like really show off a lot of the details in this one. Knife and back scratcher, yeah, 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 I think that was good. Last one. Last one you say. Ooh. Okay, yeah, this one needs some help for sure. Making the texture bigger right off the bat. Yeah, smart move. All right, yeah, that's the biggest piece of advice I can relay. So you probably want it to be upscaled to be at minimum as big as the sand cannon. So yeah. Oh fuck, I forgot I still have the custom texture. Hold on, let me get rid of that. 1 second. Let me get rid of that custom file. Materials, patterns. Oh, that. There we go. So I think at minimum, you probably want it to be scaled up to be around here. Then I think your pixels are going to be big enough where it's not going to look so crushed and busy. That's step one. What else could you do? How else could you improve this? Blue. So the blue, I think, looks a lot better. It's themed after TF Classic, which is cool. Maybe. So the blue looks good in my eyes because you have gray and dark gray. Whereas with the red, you just have more red. So it kind of, the whole thing gets washed out a little bit. I would experiment with swapping out the darker red with the same dark gray you used on the blue variant. Alternatively, swapping out the lighter gray that you used on the blue variant for the lighter brown. Maybe tweak that a little bit. I would play around with it a little bit. Maybe once you upscale it, you're gonna get more of the brighter red, which will help kind of, you know, brighten the whole thing up and not kind of have all the colors kind of mesh together, because like this dark brown and this lighter brown and this brown and this brown are all too similar, whereas you have this nice, you have like this gray is dark enough to contrast strongly enough with the lighter gray and the blue, and this in my eyes is a much more pleasing color palette. Maybe, yeah, I think I would experiment with your grays a little bit. I would experiment with your grays on the red to see if you can help kind of get that similar level of contrastiness, or maybe just darken it a little bit. Like darken your darker red, right? And then brighten the brown a little bit, you know. Maybe try that first before going with grays. And then see how that looks. Because I like the fact that it's not just more gray. The fact that it's reds is also nice. Yeah, I do agree. The blue looks wonderful. Yeah, play around with the lightness and darkness of your primary and tertiary on that. Yeah, try that. Try that and see what happens. I think that'll help. What is this? Marine team. Doing lots of war paints today, which is fine. This we need better maps and we need better war paints. So I don't mind focusing more on these things than anything else. Okay, so Marine team. I mean, right off the bat, it's not bad. This is nice. It's clean, it's simple, I like it. Just I don't it's just something about it's just I do like that they didn't make actual fish shapes. They just went with ovals, which is nice. It's not just like tacky stickers on there, but it's like just fish-like enough. I like that. Because if it was just fish stickers, then it would immediately lose points for me. I'd like to see it. I hate this. I'd like to see in-game screenshots. Show a Merc holding this in game. I need that. You always need that in my eyes. It's just there's something about the wood texture that's bothering me. The wood. What's up with the wood? What do you think? I think it's the wood. There's something with the wood, and I can't put my finger on it. Is it too bright? Because the white is already pretty bright. And when you're kind of... could it be dark? I don't know. The wood should very much not be brighter. If it was brighter, then it would... But does it need to be darker? The wood needs something, and I can't put my finger on it. Maybe darken the wood, but then someone says the wood's too dark. I mean, yeah, you don't see bright wood like that often in TF2, but then at the same time, you have skins like... What happened to this page? Well, ooh, geez, all my skins got fucked up. But then again, you have some skins like the lumber from Down Under, which have pretty bright wood, and I think it looks fine in the game. Actually, perhaps the colors are just fine. Maybe the wood needs a little more detail. It's got a decent amount in there. Maybe scaled... Okay, so here it is. Scale the wood down a little bit, so the planks are a little bit smaller. And then I think that might be all it needs. Because the planks are a little bit too big, where it's not being broken up enough by the darker spaces in between the slats and like the dingy bits. So maybe scale it down a little bit, because like this is a very flat and plain texture, and this is a nice simple texture. So I think scaling it down a little bit is probably all it needs. Because because darkening the wood would make it look really ugly against the white, and then brightening it would look even worse. Yeah, scale it down. Scale the wood down. I mean, as it is, I think it's fine. Like, I would not be offended if this was put in the game as is. But yeah, maybe scale the wood down a little bit. The red... I think the blue looks fine. Maybe play with the red hue. I think the red's too red. I think the red is bordering too close to brown, and I think it needs to... Like, you're incorporating too much orange, which is pushing the red to... Not orange. You're pushing the red a little too far to brown. Maybe bring it back closer to, like, not full-blown purple, but, like, a red with, like, a tiny little bit of purple in it. Like mahogany. Maybe. Yeah, like, the white texture they got right. White is very hard to get correct in TF2, because almost always it's too saturated. Would they still look good if the planks... Like, yeah, I think the wood... They would look better if the planks were scaled down, but just a little bit. It looks like toy wood, if that makes sense, like a pop rifle. It's like fresh wood. It doesn't look like it's worn down, like it's been on a boat for a long time. Yeah, I agree. I think the white's fine. I think playing with the scaling on the wood is all this one needs, and then I think it's pretty good. Also, thank you for the sub, lizard.exe. I appreciate it, man. Whoa! What the fuck? Wow, this looks bad. Holy shit. Oh my god. Ugh. It's like they took a whole bunch of Lego bricks and then, like, stuck them together. Ew. It's so busy. Okay, get rid of the pockets. Get rid of the pockets. Don't have a different shade of blue at the top. Like, the fleece lining on the sleeves and around the neck and the bottom is fine. Get rid of the stitching on the side. There's too much detail. It's way too much detail. And yeah, it's really rough. Yeah, and the belt looks like shit too. Ew. Yeah, this is very, very poor modeling and texture work on here. This is just really busy. You need to simplify this cosmetic down. Simplify the cosmetic down. Make the fur lining along the bottom about as wide as this. This is too wide. The pockets look terrible. The belt looks like shit. The shoulder pads that are a different color look like ass. This is really bad. This one, no. Yeah, the shape is weird too. It looks weird in the promos. Ugh. Yeah, this is really half-baked. This is not appropriate. It needs a lot more work done to it. Yeah, this is... And if the paint region is that small and that, like, shitty in that spot, why even have it? Get rid of the paint region. It doesn't need it. I want two big, bright, lime green things here. Yeah, and get rid of the belt. Don't even have the belt. It's not good. Yeah, it's pretty poor. Too much white, genuinely too much white. I think if they got rid of the belt, so you get more of the red in here, and you made this part thinner, then I think it'd be fine. Or maybe just get rid of maybe get rid of this bottom, like, fleece part entirely, and then just leave it along the collar and the sleeves, and then that might be fine. Or maybe just get rid of on the sleeves too, and only have it on the collar. That might be even better. But yeah, this is just a very, very mediocre modeling and texture work. It's not good. It's too much. I agree. Too much. You gotta be fucking kidding me. Okay, so already, no. Yeah, this is just Pyro's head, but with, like, a texture swap. Nice. How about no and thanks? No and thanks. Hard pass. Dud. No way to improve this. Moving on. I've looked at this one before. This is another example of a war paint that does white correctly, and I would love to see this one in game, but unfortunately, it's just too good, and we'll never see it in TF2, which is a bit of a bummer. So, yeah, go upvote this one if you get a chance, and give it the bump it deserves, and unfortunately, it'll never be added. We're only gonna get dog shit, I fear. Great war paint. It's been on the workshop for years. It'll never be added. Ooh. Okay, I thought it was a static PNG. The fact it's not a static PNG helps it a lot. I don't know, it's not bad. No, I think the die is the right size. I think the die is the right size. Yeah, and you can get some clever combinations with the effect. I don't know. I think if you make the dice any smaller, it's going to be a little too small. Maybe a little bit. Maybe make it smaller a little bit. I don't know. I do like it. I like this. I like this. I say yes. I'm a fan. I would not mind this in the game. Because you can get a lot of interesting combinations with it. It's simple. It's not a shitty static PNG floating above your head, or static PNGs falling around your head, or a static PNG orbiting around your head. It's like you actually have like an animated thing that is unique, and it's not like anything we have in the game. And there's a variety of hats that are in graded cases, tiered cases, because we're never gonna get it on like the hat of cards, which would be fucking awesome. But there are a lot of hats like they picked, like the devil, giving the devil his due with the gambling, and shit like that. And you have like a craps game with the demo or something. Yeah, you could. There's some combinations here. You can do gambling outfits for a variety of mercs, and that fits TF2 as well, right? Like you have like, mobsters or gangsters gambling, in like a dingy fucking building or something, like a restaurant or something. Yeah, this works. This is far more appropriate for the game than many other unusual effects that we've received over the past several years. I would be completely okay if they put this in game. Because, like, I'm reminding myself of just the neon, hyper gaudy crap that they've been pumping into the game for the past 5 years. Oh, yeah. Hey, you could get some cool medic hats and have, like, a high rollers loadout with this, too, man. Okay. All right, yeah, this is growing on me the more I think about it. Yeah, I'm a fan. I'd like to see this. I approve. I approve. Uh, mm, no, not normal access. No, like this is something that should be Halloween restricted. It breaks up the model too much. It recolors too much of it. Yeah, this is too much. Like it needs, like, if they put this in game, it would absolutely need to be Halloween restricted or holiday restricted in some capacity, because yeah, it's just it's pretty fucking tacky. I actually, no, I don't like this. I don't think this is appropriate. I don't think this is appropriate. If it wasn't paintable, fine. But the fact it's paintable and you can have a huge portion of the Pyro's player model recolored, and then in combination with all of the other Pyro cosmetics we have that recolor his player model, yeah, this would just result in a horrific. Like, it's already really busy and just turns the overall presence of the Pyro into a massive clusterfuck. Like, I prefer the ones that are more team colored towards their actual tones. Like, the artwork on this is pretty poor. Like, these neutral tones are fine because these already like match colors that are on his player model, like the gloves and the sooty gradient. So, uh, makes the pool taunt. It's made with the pool taunt in mind. I mean, yeah, it's funny, but I mean, it's only one niche use. I don't know. Mm, I don't think it's appropriate. If they add it, it would have to be Halloween restricted, plain and simple. I just don't think I think it's too much. It's a little too much. Oh, hey, speaking of copper, here's another one that is far worse than the previous one we looked at. Oh, God. Yeah, okay, so why is there a star? The star is completely unnecessary, and this is not reflective of TF2 style at all. You have multiple custom wares. This is so, why is this so grainy? Ugh. Yeah, this is too fuzzy. This is not a kind of detailing you see inside of TF2. It's not appropriate. This TF2 sticker has a weird 3D embossing, which is also something you don't see in TF2. Get rid of that. It needs to be flatter, like you would expect to see in other TF2 textures, like painted on. That's not appropriate. You have like a combination of like paint and then oxidized copper. Like this custom wear is hideous. Get rid of it. Make it a simple solid color, or a recolor of the overlaying texture, and then leave it at that. Because this is just way too busy and ugly. And why is this handle? Why does this handle turn brown? Why does it go from gray to brown? Is that intentional, or is that a fuck up? What? Like, I guess it's meant to rust. Yeah, this is really okay, and you can see the repeating. Oh, this is really bad. It's fuzzy. It looks like a photo. This has like details of like, this has like a certain level of photographic detail in here, and I don't like that. This looks like an edited photo. That is a texture they clearly did not make on their own. This looks like a basketball. You can see the seam. Oh, it looks really bad. Make sure that your textures are seamless, people, because if it's not, it looks like ass. The sticker, I think, is completely inappropriate. Get rid of it. I think it's ugly. And it's not a good. It's very hard to have multiple custom wears on a single weapon. The most you can have is 2. This has 3, and the second one is really busy and has too many colors. The orange texture is a metal texture with a filter on it, a TF2 metal texture. Okay, so the filter makes it look like ass, and I don't like it. And then this like basketball leather texture looks like shit. So, this is very much not appropriate for the game. You need to stick with like one custom wear. Get rid of this really shitty custom wear on here. It looks like crap. And don't make it rust. There's too many colors. You have too many colors going on. It makes the whole thing. Just look how ugly this is. Ugh. That's at least passable, but this, oh yeah, you gotta simplify down the custom wear, man, and Yeah, look at that. Yeah. Yeah. No. Like get rid of the blood. Like just make this custom wear the same as the basketball texture and then it's fine. And then keep the oxidizing copper if you want. But get rid of the fuzzy gritty texture because that is just really gross and not appropriate for TF2 at all. Doesn't look like it doesn't look like a TF2 texture. Haha, funny meme, funny fighting game reference, yay. Already really don't want to see this in game because if it has anything to do with Guilty Gear, I don't want to see it in TF2. Moving on. Let's see. What's next? Okay, so we saw that one again. That's my own profile for some reason. Saw that one. Those have I seen before. Saw that one. Saw that one again. That one again. That one. That one again. And that one. Okay, so next. Like, listen, we really don't need more references to external media inside of TF2, especially if it exists in a sphere so far removed from TF2 that the tones and characters and styles don't match the game. This is an atrocity. What the fuck? Yes, let's completely violate team color and team recognition for TF2 by recoloring 80% of the engineer's player model to one color. By default, this does not belong in the game. Plain and simple. Make it red, make it blue, or some variant of it. This is just solid fucking orange. And let me guess, the blue variant is just yellow instead. Nothing is loading. Yeah, and it's barely any different, dude. Oh my god. Yeah, no, this is not appropriate for the game at all. Are the pants a separate cosmetic? Why? Why? Okay, this one just recolors half his fucking player model. What the fuck is wrong with you? What? No, absolutely not. This does not belong in the game at all. The only passable aspect of this item set is the hat. The hat looks fine. But yes, let's recolor. Look how bad this looks, dude. It's just turned his pants fucking orange. Oh my god. What the fuck were they thinking? Absolutely not. And the shoes are paintable? What? Yeah, all team recognition goes out the window with this fucking item set, man. What the fuck? Absolutely not. Another concept that's just dead on fucking arrival. Don't make shoes paintable. Fuck off with that. The team-colored shoes were the only thing that were preserving team recognition. And no, we have orange and slightly less orange team now. Fuck off. Ugh. No, sorry. Like this, and look at how bad. It's like you cut. It's like, oh my god, just fucking look at the clipping. Why would? This has to be bait. There's no way this was uploaded with the workshop with a serious intention of this being put on the game. My god. Look at the clipping on this, and they thought this was a good idea of a cosmetic example? Fuck, dude. And it looks like they cut off the upper half of the engineer's player model and then slapped it on top of these fucking orange legs. It's so bad. Oh god, what is happening? No, absolutely not. The only good thing about this loadout or this cosmetic set is the fucking hat. Everything else beyond this is trash. I'm sorry. It does not belong in the game at all. It completely violates team recognition and team identification in the worst ways possible. Do not put this in game. The hat looks great. You can make a variety of decent loadouts with this, but do not put those pants or the fucking overalls in the game. Do not. Fucking awful. And yeah, it doesn't match existing cosmetics. It doesn't match existing cosmetics at all. Like the examples they give. Look at the examples they give. They look terrible with every cosmetic they put them with. It doesn't even look like it fits in the game. What were they thinking? Look at this! Look how bad it just sticks out like this ugly fucking sore thumb. This has to be bait. There's no way they thought this was a good idea. There's no fucking way they thought this was a good idea. What the fuck were they thinking? Look how bad it looks, dude. It just doesn't fit with any cosmetic they put with it. Oh my god. Jesus Christ, dude. Oh. Wow. That's just really bad. That's really, really bad. All right. This looks ancient. It's not? Oh, okay. It's just a weapon model. Well, we're not gonna get this in game, obviously. Why does it have this thing? Is it like it's meant to show like the bullets inside, I guess. It's like it's meant to show how many bullets are left. Get rid of the window. Get rid of the clip window, and then I think it's fine. Like this is just an ugly eyesore. I think if you just had like a solid color wooden handle on this, I think it'd be totally okay. It's the only thing I don't like about this. Beyond that, it's fine. Yeah. This is the only thing wrong with it. It's the only thing wrong with it. Honestly. Just get rid of the window, and it's fine. And you're done. Easy. Just remove the window on the handle, and then it's 100% okay. There you go. Done. Easy. Next. I think I looked at this one before. Oh, they updated it. Okay, they updated it. What did they change? I don't remember how this one looked before, and I don't know what they changed. The window looks terrible. Get rid of this. I think I may have commented on this before. No, yeah, and I don't like how they changed the team logo, and they changed the color so much too. It looks really bad. Wait, why am I gonna get another community ban? Why? Let's see. Yeah, I don't like this. Get rid of the window. I get that it's supposed to look like the cockpit cover, but I don't think it's appropriate. The color it looks fine on blue team. If you tinged it to be like orange, like a dark orangish red for red team, then I think it'd be fine. Yeah, because like it doesn't look super out of place on blue, but it looks really bad on red. Yeah, why didn't they do that? Like they made these parts team colored. It only makes sense to have done that with the glass as well. That's what they should do. Yeah, change this to like an orangish reddish tinge. Or even gray. Just or like even like grayish brown. Something that like matches the something on the soldier, because this blue window doesn't match anything on his player model. Whereas with this one, it actually kind of blends in with the rest of how he looks. Yeah. A different color of tinted glass on here to match the red soldier, and then I think it's fine. Yeah, that's all you need to do. Because like look, they even like changed the switch on the side to be blue. Why didn't you change the glass? Just make the glass on red team tinge to match red's color palette, then it's fine. Okay, that's it. Next. Next, how about this one? Battle NG. Why make the why do you make the team? No. Okay, so a paintable team logo? No, absolutely not. Like that alone, no. This is it's another instance. It's changing too much of the color. It's changing too much of the color. I missed the bit message. Melancholy Monstrosity Warpaint is looking pretty epic now in comparison to some of these paints. That copper one, yeah, that copper was pretty fucking bad. Yeah, this is changing too much of the color on the engineer. Why does it change so much? I don't think it's appropriate. I think if it like what is it with this creator and wanting to change 80% of the engineer's player model into a different color. I don't think it's appropriate. Like, this one is modeled fine, it looks fine, but the colors don't work. Like, you need to make this, you know, less purple and more red. The blue one looks fine. Actually, no, it's pushing it a little bit too much towards purple. They just make it the same color as the engineer's overalls normally. The helmet looks like shit. Yeah, I'm not a fan of the helmet. It's like rough. And also paintable, because why not? Yeah, I'm not a fan. Like it's better than the fucking orange pants than it's better than the orange pants, but this one is still like half baked and it feels rushed. Like it's like, yeah, it's like there's like a low poly count in the helmet. I guess it's meant to look, you know, beat up and knocked around, but it's just not, it's not polished enough. Yeah, and the colors, no, you got to work on the colors. Like this looks fine because look, there's more of the red from this you know outfit on here, and that looks okay. But it like what is this clipping? What the fuck? Like yeah, you got yeah, these look fine with the helmet because you have like more of the actual red of the engineer on there. And also, pro tip, pro tip, never, never make the team logo paintable. Do not do that. I'll downvote it again. Just to like reinforce the fact that I don't think it should be in the game. Alright, what else we got? Uh uh, uh, mm, ah, mm. What's wrong? What's wrong with this? Upscale this texture. Oh god, this one's gonna take me a minute. I need a beer. Oh, fuck off. The damn tab fucked up. There we go. Uh, Oatmeal stout, for those interested. I think the biggest problem is the green. This kind of emerald minty green is just not something you see inside of TF2's color palette, and while it looks good with the gold, I don't think this color is appropriate for the game. I think it needs to be darkened. I think it needs to be a more similar green that you'd see to like, you know, the jungle foliage, and if you darken this green, it'll match the dark gray concrete a little bit more. This yellow gold is fucking atrocious. It looks like piss, and it should not be this color. I don't know what you can change it to. I understand that they're like trying to make it look like gold, but it doesn't look like gold. It looks really, really bad. It needs to be more. Mm, where's that gold color? Not that one. Like if you're gonna do a gold, if you're gonna do a gold for TF2, it's gotta be dirtier, dingier, not so saturated. This is too saturated. You gotta desaturate this by a lot. Desaturate this by a lot. That'll help it. This is too fine of a pattern to be on a TF2 weapon model. The lines are too thin. They need to be upscaled and thickened up a lot in order for it to look better. Yeah, and look at this in game. It's just it does this look like anything it would match at all in the background. Yeah, it's too fuzzy, too tiny details. It looks too gritty as well. Yeah, you got to upscale this texture, change the colors like I said. And then I think that'll help it a lot. I mean, overall the concept is fine, but it needs a lot of work before it's appropriate. The only good thing going for this is this darker concrete texture, this darker gray texture. I think that's fine. If you desaturate this and then darken it, then it'll look more like gold. But this green is just not appropriate. It needs to be like a darker, more kind of like a darker emerald green, like emerald. I cannot type emerald green. Like you want something, yeah, you want something more like this. Something darker. It's too blue, too saturated. Something down here, maybe around this darkness. Hmm. Oh, thanks, cool. Somewhere down here, make it a lot darker. Forest green might work. But the idea is emerald, right? They want it to be like an emerald green, so like they could make it just a darker, slightly more saturated green, not quite forest green, and that'll help it a lot. And then if they desaturate this gold and then darken it, it'll still retain that that same level of contrast. Deep rock galactic beer. Where's the fucking was playing Deep Rock Galactic last night. Yeah, see. Ooh, hello Twitter. Yeah, so like yeah, desaturate the gold, make it darker, and make the green not so bright. And then I think you're good to go. That's what you need to do. Maybe the alternate slate color from your color table? Maybe. Yeah, that could work. All right, moving on. That's all the helpful advice I can provide on that one, unfortunately. Rock and stone, brother. Send a call. Yeah, send more links in, people. I'm running low. Send more links. Send more links. More links. More links. More links. Gimme, 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 gimme. Gimme, gimme, gimme. All right, there we go. There we go. Now we're getting a good volume. Or Carl. Boozed Blaster? What is this one about? I'll do this one first. We have enough stripes, dude. We have enough stripes. That's just me. We don't need more stripes, war paints, man. I mean, I don't like it. We really have enough stripe war paints in the game. It's a fairly inoffensive, fairly bland color palette. Yeah, it matches like, Halloween colors in TF2. I would much prefer this over I've already forgot what it was fucking called, dude. It was pumpkin something we got this year. This oh yeah. Oh yeah, I like yours a lot more than this one, dude. Jesus, yeah, this is way better. I would have much preferred this. But I don't know. I don't like this one much. It's just too much. I think I don't you know what I don't like about this? I don't like the orange. I think if you did gold and purple and like black or like dark gray, then I think that would look a lot better. And then you could do or maybe instead of the yellow you could do black instead. Like instead of like the piss yellow gold, make it black. Oh, I mean, yeah, yeah, dude. Like, if you're doing fucking Carnival of Carnage, get rid of this yellowish color and go for like a dark green or like a dark gray, and then I think that would look better. Because like black on orange is really nice, and then with the purple, I think that'd work better. I think. I mean, stripes are stripes, but if you must have stripes, I think you should change the gold color to black or gray, and then I think that would look better. I do like the paint chips though. I like the paint chips. It does break it up. Does break it up. Daily dose of bait. Oh my god, yeah, you weren't kidding. Jesus Christ, what the fuck? Holy moly. Oh, yeah. Looks a little bit like the notebook you'd expect a grade schooler to be using. How about no? Moving on. All right, what else we got? Let's see. No. They tried to go for like, okay, so like a Damascus pattern is not something that works in TF2 unless it's really gritty like you do Damascus and Mahogany. The way this one works so well, oh god, it's a terrible example, give me a larger weapon model. The reason why this one works so well is because you don't have a lot of the gradients on there. This one has the gradients, which just makes it look really bulbous and funky. Like you don't have any textures in TF2 that look like this. It's just, it doesn't look right. It doesn't look right. And I think this one's a dud. If you're gonna do a Damascus texture, Damascus and Mahogany is probably as close as you can get to making a Damascus texture look good inside of TF2. Because what do you have here? You just have two colors. You just have gray and dark gray, and that's all you need for this. It works for a busy kind of a texture like that because it's just two colors. But once you start incorporating more than that, it just makes it look really, it gets to be too much. It gets to be too much. And this one is, yeah, it doesn't look good. It doesn't look like a TF2 skin, man. I'm sorry. It doesn't look very good. This one executes the TF classic concept way better. Yeah, I've seen this one. I do like this one a whole lot more, actually. And so, Paddle Pop, if you're still here, man, this one's incorporating a nice bit of that dark gray, like I was mentioning earlier, and look at how much it just improves that color palette, man. Look at that. Yeah, that's exactly what yours needs on your red variant, is you need a little bit of that dark gray to really add that little bit of a contrast with the amount of reddish brown you have in there. Then it'll look really good. I don't like the way the TF logo looks on this one. But the color palettes on these are way better in my eyes. But yeah, this is what I was talking about with that little bit of like the gray. If you could incorporate that into yours, then it's like spot on. Good shit. I will say yes to this one though. I've seen this one before. I don't know why I said yes to it before. Yeah, and the logo is weird. I don't like the logo. War paint and cosmetic set for Scout. Oh, yes, lovely. We love hot dogs. We love hot dogs. We love hot dogs. Hot dog Scout, haha. Scout had a hot dog cosmetic once for Halloween. Haha. Now his entire personality is gonna be nothing but hot dogs and a hot dog repeating sticker war paint. Hot dogs, hot dogs. I love hot dogs. I love hot dogs so much, dude. Yeah, this looks like an amazing fucking war paint that everyone would fucking use in their game, dude. Wow. Holy shit. No. Many links. Many links. Getting as many as I can. Hello? This has to be bait. I mean, it's... I saw this one yesterday. It's painfully amateurish work. This is not how to handle white in TF2. Plain saturated white has no business being in the game, and then they just did a default rainbow gradient inside of, like, Kid Pix. No. This is just amateur, terrible quality, has no business being in the game. Nope. No thanks. All right, what else we got? The High Class Demo Man set. Why is his shirt shiny? I guess it's made to look like silk? I guess it's meant to be silk. We're really laying into the stereotypes here, aren't we? I like it, though. I don't know, I kind of like it. Hmm. I don't like the shininess on the shirt. I don't think that's appropriate. I don't think TF2 cosmetics should have a shine to them. I think if it was just flat, but like slightly more saturated, then I think it'd be okay. I love the ascot. The ascot is fucking cool. I think that's my favorite part about this set. I love the ascot. The ring is a nice touch. I like the gold emblem and the buttons and the black trim on the shirt. I think that's phenomenal. I just don't think it should be shiny. I really don't think it should be shiny. Oh, look at the back. Ooh, that's clean, dude. Yeah, but I don't like the shine. I don't think it should be shiny. And you can make a lot of loadouts with this too, man. Actually, I don't know. Okay, I take that back. I'm a little bit iffy. I'm a little bit iffy on the shine. I would really need to see how this looks in game. If it has like an iridescent appearance to it, then I don't think it's fine. But if it's just a static color and it doesn't change depending on the angle you look at it, then I think it's okay. The logo has changed, but it's pipes to dynamite. I mean, that was the original TF2 Demo Man logo. TF2 Demo Man logo. Oh, sorry, it was a bomb, not a stick of dynamite. Oh, but I think it's fine though. Was it the original? I don't recall. It was either the stick or like the classic circular bomb that was the original logo for demo. But either way, I think it's fine. It's still a bomb. It's got the fuse on it. I think it's okay. They don't change the colors that much. Yeah, it's if that's one of his trademarks, sir, sir, sir. So I don't know. I don't know. I like this. I will. Is it a tentative yes? I like the hat. I think the hat's fine. I like the hat. I guess this is just the style with the beard. I think that's fine as well. I think the hat and the beard are totally fine. The coat. Yeah, I'll say yes. I think the coat's fine. I'd like to see this. Better than a lot of the other shit, though. Better than a lot of other shit we get in the game, man. Hold on, I got a text message from what I assume is my mother. Give me a moment. Need to respond to this because she will get mad if I don't, because my mother flips out if I don't respond immediately. Despite me being 30. Let's see. More. Let's do Boozed Blaster. Okay, all right. I don't like the font. I don't like the font on this as right off the bat. I think the color palette overall is fine. I really don't like this font. I think it needs to be something else. I think if they use the TF font on this, it'd be totally okay. Or if they use like a painted on handwritten font instead of what just appears to be like some form of I don't know what typeface, what like the typeface family this is. But I think if they use like a TF font, then I think it'd be way more appropriate. The colors are fine. I think the wood is a little bit basic. Is basic the word I'm looking for? I like the gold trim and the gold detailing on it. I wish it was thicker. I think the green is the best part on this. It'll look a little bit out of place on red. So something they should or could do, actually what they should do is if they go to, what's the 2 for the Craftsman? It was the Craftsman collection. Yeah. So yeah, so the Craftsman collection has a couple of unused flannel textures. So here's a green one, which would be totally appropriate for blue as it is now. But then they should make this team colored and then make red have yellow. And then they might have to change the trim, but or maybe not. Maybe the trim would still look fine. But I think if they, yeah, and the green's a little too saturated as well. So if they desaturate the green a little bit, you know, kind of similar to this, because this kind of looks like cactus green. I think if they kind of try to go for this kind of a color palette, then I think it'd be fine. And then if they make it team colored and make the red variant yellow instead of green, then I think it'd be great. The concept's fine. Change the font to something that looks like it's been handwritten or painted on. Otherwise, the simplicity of the logo is totally acceptable. I like actually looking at the wood texture zoomed out. Yeah, scale down the wood texture a little bit. And then I would change the hues of the green to be like the ones that are like the unused textures in game, and then I think you're fine. I think that's it. I think that's it. This is so ironic, it's not even goddamn funny. I mean, yeah, I'm seeing this floating around on the workshop. I don't think this is appropriate for the game. Um, I mean, yeah, haha, funny meme. We waited. It's so ironic. It's so ironic too. These guys cranked this shit like this hat, like the hat and the shirt that go with this are fucking pointless now because it's not even an update. It's just a slightly bigger than normal summer update. So it's kind of a no. Kind of a no now. But that's not appropriate for the game. I don't think we need cosmetics like that in TF2. Okay, yeah. We can take a moment to really appreciate Monkey's Warpaint collection because good God. Give us any of these, please, Valve, instead of, you know, dog shit, and it would be greatly appreciated. I think I need to just upvote the entire collection. I think I did already. Did I? Yeah, just fucking gimme, 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 gimme. Give me the entirety of Monkey's collection, please, and I will be so happy. Let's just pick one. What's the best one? I think this one's the best one. Yeah, this one is easily the best one Monkey's made for this collection. It's so fucking good. This just screams TF2 style, man. But for some reason, Valve never picks war paints like this. Well, I think this one uses custom mapping and custom coding, so automatically it's not going to be added into the game. So, bummer. We're just going to get more sticker war paints because those are easy and they'll just copy and paste those. Yeah, nice. Fucking sucks. This is a great war paint, though. We'll never see it in the game, though. Monkey does good work. Let's see what else we got. Northern Czar. The Northern Czar. It's just another fairly generic beard cosmetic. We already have several beards that look like this. The only thing different is that it adds the eyebrows, which we don't have. That's the only reason why I wouldn't mind seeing this in game. It doesn't need to be paintable. Don't do that. This is also an ancient cosmetic. It'll never be put in the game. But yeah, it's all right. I mean, sure, why not? But we already have like several beards like this in TF2. Not the eyebrows though. It's like the I don't think it should be paintable either. Don't make it paintable. A lot of like most of TF2's facial hairs are not paintable for that reason because it just looks fucking ugly and bizarre. Any thoughts on this? Yeah, weapon accessories. I've expressed my opinions on these before. Weapon accessories absolutely do not belong in TF2 because one very important part about TF2's design is immediate recognizability of weapon models based off of their shape, off of their silhouette, and off of their colors. Unfortunately, the incorporation of weapon skins violates the color aspect, but as soon as you start changing weapon models to have additional details on them, then you start further detracting from the player's ability to immediately identify a weapon as what it is. Therefore, I really do not think that weapon accessories like this are appropriate for the game inside of any capacity. In other games that don't rely as heavily on weapon silhouettes and colors to immediately recognize what weapon someone is using, then I think it'll be fine. But for a game like Team Fortress 2, whose aesthetic and style heavily relies on those elements, it's not appropriate, and I don't think it should be in the game. Plain and simple. And yeah, I agree. It's a little too cartoony. It's not the right kind of cartoony style for TF2, and it just looks really like these neon bits look really bulbous and weird on these weapons. Like it looks like someone just squeezed toothpaste all over the weapon models. Yeah, I really don't think this is appropriate. It shouldn't be put in the game. I looked at that already. Oh, I mean, clever, but the color palette really needs some work. I mean, the biggest problem with this is that all of the colors are flat. And if you look at the TF2 dispenser, it's, you know, ooh, is there like a bigger, oh my God, I need something that's a bigger fucking picture, please, dear God. if you look at the TF2 dispenser, it's not just all one solid color. It's got paint chips and missing paint. It looks worn out and beat up. And yeah, it just needs to look more like the dispenser instead of these very solid, overly saturated colors. They got the details right, like they got the Provisions logo just fine, they got the buttons just fine, but they really need to change the color palette so it's a little more familiar with this. I think if they incorporated the team logo somewhere on here too, that might be a nice detail. But or maybe not even change the saturation, just incorporate like the dinginess of like, you know, how it looks like it's been painted on, you know. Then I think it'd be okay. But as it stands right now, I don't think this is fully appropriate. Like yeah, like the blue is really saturated. Like way too like incorporate more of these paint swatches, paint strokes on here, then I think it's fine. Yeah, it's way too bright. Too bright. Mentioned this to him in the past. Recording is solely a lighting issue. It has all the needed texture, but it's way too bright due to the map being buggy. Well, that's good to know. Well, so apparently the brightness of this skin is entirely due to the fact that it's on a shit map. That looks better. Yeah, that just looks better already. But I still think the solid colors need to be broken up a bit by adding like the dinginess of like the worn out painted metal that the dispenser has, and then I think it'd be like spot on. Then it's spot on. PI Spy. This is a little bit better. Let's see. Like the coat looks everything looks blocky. Like this is better. Like this is better than the like this guy's previous cosmetics, which just like recolor half the player model. But this one's just too plain. Like we have better coats that execute this better. Like this is too plain. The modeling work is too blocky and chunky. The colors are fine. It looks okay for the spy, but it's too plain. I'm not a fan of the coat. The hat, I mean, we already have several hats that kind of look like this. It's okay. I mean, we already have like the Cosa Nostra cap, right? This is just the Cosa Nostra cap, but that's just more round and with like a thicker brim. Yeah, Cosa Nostra hat to kill for. Yeah, we really don't need another one of these. So another no thanks. And also, fuck it, make it paintable because why not? Yeah, I mean, no thanks. Hard pass. Fast casual. I feel like this one's a meme. Is this a meme that I'm not aware of? Elaborate for me. Is this a meme? Is this a joke I'm not familiar with? Is this referencing something I don't understand, like Weezer or something stupid like that? Educate me, because I think I'm missing something. I sold an item on the community market. I have some money to spend! Anyway. Let's see. I mean, yeah, it's kind of inoffensive. I think this is fine. I mean, it's a fairly generic paintable tie, but yeah, it's okay. Oh yeah, you know I'm doing more trade-ups, baby. You know me. You know me too well. No, I'm not opening cases, sorry. Not wasting my money on that. Yeah, this is a fairly inoffensive shirt cosmetic. I think it's okay. Coyote Moon, party of 25. Thank you, ma'am. I appreciate that. How you doing, Coyote? Hope your stream went well. Hope everything was good and fresh and hip and hop and hunky dory. For those of you that don't know, my good friend here, Miss Coyote, does TF2 streams, and she's very chill. Very chill. Runs a very chill show, does her thing, mains pyro, and go check out her stream. She's real chill, really nice lady. Go say hi one day whenever she's live. She's live like every day. Just go stop by and say hi. And she subbed. Thank you. Appreciate that. Steam issues today. Yeah, Steam's been kind of hitching a bit over the past week. Don't know why. What we doing today? The monthly usual of reviewing workshop items because, yeah. If anyone else is going to take this seriously, it may as well be me because no one else really seems to care. People just go like, "Oh yeah, funny meme," and they vote it. So, moving on. Let's see. Let's do a few more. Oh, Stop fucking changing the TF logo. Stop it. Don't change the TF logo. Quit it. Keep the TF logo the same. Stop changing it. Enough. We don't need it to happen. The green looks weird. I don't like the fact that it's green. Yeah, I think the green is the wrong color. Absolutely. It needs to be something different. Maybe make it gray or make it team colored, but just like darker or lighter. The green looks really bad on this. I think it needs to be a different color entirely. It's not even like military green. It's too saturated. It looks like baby puke, baby shit green. I mean, the hat's cool. I like the detailing on it, but I really don't think the green is appropriate. It needs to be a different color or a different shade in order for it to fit a little bit better. And I don't like the fact that people keep changing the fucking class icons. Stop it. Keep it the same for the class. A star is generic. It represents no one. Enough. Keep it the same for the soldier. Shit. Hate that crap. But yeah, change the green. Change the green, put the class icon back, and then I think it's fine. But wait, is it paintable? So why make the default green? Like, okay, this should be the default. Like this should be the default color for the hat and the details, right? Like even the gold, like even like make any of these colors here the default. Like Cream Spirit looks great with this. Like the Air of Debonair, I think is this one. Don't quote me on that. That looks better than the green. This looks better than the green, but don't use the green. The green looks like shit. Yeah, looking at comparing this to this, yeah, these are way better options. The default should not be green. Ah, sorry. Balaclavas are forever. My bad. That's the color they used, I think. Again, don't quote me because you might be wrong too. But yeah, but here's the thing. If you need paint to make a cosmetic look good, you already fucked up. It should look good from out of the gate. I love it, says this man or woman, whatever you are. Handyman's hold up. Did I look at this one before? I feel like I did. This is ancient. I think I looked at this one before. I mean, yeah, it gets a pass. It's a nice little detailed cosmetic onto the engineer. I think it's great. Gimme. It's questionably insane. Questionably insane has this shit together when making cos. The paint region so bad though. No to the paint region, but everything else about this is totally fine. Yeah, you can make some great loadouts with this. I think it's great. Just get rid of the paint region. I don't like the fact you can make the ascot pink. No, thanks. Let's see. Let's do an unusual effect, shall we? Let's do this one. Savage Sandstorm. It's just the spy taunt effect? You mean it's not a spy specific taunt effect. Or is it wait, what? The set bonus? Is it the set bonus? I don't know. If it is just reusing an existing particle animation in TF2, tisk, shame on them. Um, no. Nah, I'm not a fan of it. It's too fuzzy. It puts too much crap around the head. I'm not a fan of this one. I like the dice one that we looked at earlier because that one was like, it was simpler, it was cleaner, it's a bit more appropriate for the game. I like that one a lot more. I'm really not a fan of this one. Again, it's not like floating PNGs or something. Oh, would you look at that? It does appear to be just a rescaled particle animation for the Saharan Spy set. Well, even more of a reason to downvote it. No thank you. A little bit lazy. That's kind of weird. Yeah, I saw that. I'm not a fan of. I'm not a fan of cosmetics that remove Spy's balaclava. I don't think they're appropriate for the game. Great subtle demo misc. The dress down, Highland dress down. Hmm. It makes him look like a Street Fighter character, and I don't like that. Like it removes just enough to where it doesn't look like a TF2 character anymore. I'm gonna say the line, Fortnite. I said it. People have been waiting for it. I know people have been waiting for it. It's a little too Fortnite for my taste. I think if they got rid of the fingerless gloves, I think it'd be a little bit better. I'm not big on it. I don't think it's appropriate for the game. I think actually looking at this, I think if it was just the fingerless gloves, then I think it'd be fine. But I don't like what it does with the middle of Demo Man's torso. It again, it makes him look like a black Ken. The black Ken from Street Fighter. Not a fan of it. Yeah, it's too simple. It's not TF2 enough. Eh. Yeah, the double dog dare demo pants here. I like these. I'm a strong advocate of yours and I support you, but you speak bullshit sometimes. What do you mean? I don't think this like the sleeves fine. The gloves you can get away with, but like the middle shirt, I'm not big on it. I really don't think it's appropriate. I like just the gloves. If it was just the gloves, fine. Oh, does it remove the grenades? Oh, yeah. It removes the grenades. It removes the grenades and doesn't give you anything else to replace it. I think that's the problem. It's too simple. You just strip away a defining element of the demo man's default model and then give us nothing in return. That's the problem. That's why I don't like it. The with grenades version I think is fine, but the without grenades, no thanks. What else we got here? Corrosive. Corrosive. Let's do another war paint. Corrosive. Mm. Yeah. 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 Yeah, I'm okay with this one. I feel like this is too small. It looks small on some weapon models. But then again, you're kind of limited with what you can do, like especially on like the panic attack, because like, there's no where can you put it, you know? Like it looks fine on the detonator. Yeah, I like this. This is good. Yeah, yeah. Pop nailed it with this one. I like this one. This one's good. And it's got the right kind of custom wear where it's just a simple custom wear and you're not revealing a messy texture underneath. Yeah, this one's pretty good. And I like the green on it. I think the green is good. It's subtle. It's a nice detail. I like it. Good shit. Flavor. Oh god. Enough with the memes. I don't want any more memes. Please no. This is an ancient fucking cosmetic set, but oh god. Fun fact, by the way. Fun fact. All right. So in what was it? 2009? 2009? I was actually on set for a filming of Diners, Drive-Ins, and Dives because back in the day, my family was good friends with a restaurant owner in San Antonio. And if you happen to see the episode with Beto's restaurant, Betos, if you happen to see that episode of Triple D, you'll probably see me and my family in that episode when I was like 13. So, yeah, keep your eyes peeled for that one if you happen to be watching like Food Network or something. So, and I saw Guy Fieri. I saw the man himself. I was like 10 feet from him. And he was like interviewing, like, dude, it's such a fucking charade. So, behind the scenes for Triple D, by the way, it's such a fucking charade, right? So, how this works is everyone shows up for the set, and they sit everybody down at a table, and they kind of make it look like the restaurant is being like normally serviced. But they like, you don't actually eat. The restaurant's not actually open. It's closed specifically for the filming. And we sat there for like 5 hours not doing anything. We couldn't eat, we couldn't drink, and we couldn't fucking leave because they were filming the episode in the kitchen most of the time, and then they fiddle farted around the restaurant for like 30 minutes getting like the shots they needed of like, oh, look, there's a bowl of chips on the table next to some salsa. And then they would like film a guy bringing out like the most eloquently dressed plate onto someone's table, like serving the food, and then they'd get like a comment or two from someone like, oh yeah, this is the greatest food, I love coming here, right? So it's such a fucking like setup charade when they film Triple D. So yeah, a little behind the scenes for you. Again, if you see the episode of Beto's Comida Latina in San Antonio, you'll see my fat fuck self when I was like 12 or 13 years old. And dude, funny enough, that fucking morning we had ice. It was like in the middle of January when they filmed this. So there was fucking ice everywhere, and we had to like drive there on icy roads, and like a quarter of the people who were supposed to show up couldn't make it because of the ice on the roads. So the restaurant was like especially empty, so it kind of looks sad. Oh man, that was a fun time. That was a fun time. So yeah, I was there. I was specifically there, and I am inside of a Triple D episode. You see my father full front, and you see the back of my head sitting at a table. Back when I was like really fat and really young. Let's see. I've seen that one. I've seen that before. Let's do this isn't okay. So this to me is not the right kind of style for TF2. Oh, excuse me. This in my eyes is not the right kind of style for TF2 at all. Like, it's the wrong kind of cartoony style. This cartoon eye reptilian aesthetic is just, it's not appropriate. The color palette is reasonably okay. I like the little splotches of orange. I think that's a nice detail. But I don't think this kind of a theme is appropriate for like the last one by Pop, totally fine. This one I don't think fits in the game at all, and I don't think it's appropriate. This, like, at the bare bones basic concept, the theme itself is flawed, and I don't think it belongs. It's a flat out dud. It's a dud, and I really can't give it much feedback. The problem is when you have small details like scales, you have to scale them up a lot in order for them to be visible and not super busy for a TF2 texture. And then as a result, the fact you have to upscale it so much, it looks too cartoony and too outside of TF2's style. But then if you scale it down, then it looks too busy and doesn't fit in the game. So if you're doing like a scale texture, it doesn't quite work. Macaw Masked gets away with it a little bit, but it still kind of suffers from the same problem. Macaw Masked, where are you? It gets away with it a little bit because the texture work is a lot more detailed. You have like, again, you have like those nice expected subtle gradients that most TF2 textures have. And you have, it's not strongly contrasting where the lines are just like a solid color against a brighter color that makes up the scales. So Macaw Masked gets away with the basic texture work a little bit. The color schemes are a different argument to have entirely. But this is about as close as you can get to feathers or scales for TF2 before it gets really, really out of place in my eyes. Anything beyond this, and it's not appropriate. And this is an example of that. I don't think it fits in the game very well. I do not. Here's another example of something that doesn't really fit in the game very well. It recolors too much of the player model to be white. If they toned down the white and made it like, I mean, yeah, that's all they needed to do for this one. If they toned down the white on the 3-piece, then I think it'd be fine. Beyond that, give this to me. Unfortunately, it's from 2015, so we'll never see it in game. Yeah, maybe make the bow tie black. Maybe make the bow tie black and make the vest black. I think, yeah, there's too much white. If the vest was black and the tie would, like, make it black tie. Make it the black tie affair. Then it's fine. Black bow tie, black vest, white undershirt. Good shit. Too much white with this one. Too much white. Absolute fossil of a submission. The Gas Mystery Collection? A collection of distinct and proper, to stretch, gas masks for pyro. Each mask is an individual cosmetic, hopefully catering to a different theme or niche of the pyro gas mask cosmetic pool. Keep your eyes peeled and come back later for further additions. Sure. Yeah, that one's fine. That one looks weird. Yeah, this one looks weird. Like, I guess they're modeling it after real-world cosmetics. Yeah, this one looks like a scuba suit. And the whole head is paintable. Yeah, I'm not a fan of this one. This one doesn't quite fit in the game. Yeah, it looks weird. Like, it changes the shapes of things too much. Yeah, I'm not a fan of this one. Fuck off with Among Us! Fuck off! Hate that. Why is this for Scout? Ugh, his legs look weird. Also, his package is not that big. You know that for a fact. Yeah, so the unfortunate problem when doing bare legs for mercenaries is that they're an overlay for the existing player model. So like whatever you do for bare skin, it has to go on top of the existing model for whatever class you're making it for. So as a result, you get really thick legs and you get the Scout has cankles. It looks really fucking weird. I don't like it. Also, why are the shorts so short? We get it. You want Scout to be a femboy, as do many others. But I'm gonna say no to this one. Hard pass. Looks weird. Very bulbous legs. Not a fan. Ninjaneer, haha, funny, I get it. But no thanks. It's not really appropriate for the engineer. I get it. It's a meme. It's an Uncle Dane reference, but we really don't need references to external media that violate the character personality, that violate the art style of the game. I don't think this is very appropriate for the engineer. Not a fan. No, thank you. No thanks. Let's do one more, and then I need to go eat dinner because I am getting very, very hungry. All right. Give me links. Give me links, and I will pick one at random, and that will be my final review for the day. And I explained why I can't do maps on stream because I can really only review them aesthetically, right? And then you guys can, I'll let you know when to send in maps. Just a second. I'll click one more link at random, and then you guys send in a bunch of maps, and then I'll have these links open, and then we can check them out maybe during our stream. Fire away. Give me some. Oh, okay. I clicked one at random. Oh my God, what the fuck am I looking at? Jesus Christ. Wow. Okay, I really didn't want to end on a sour note, but already no. So level of detail is way too high for a TF2 cosmetic or a TF2 texture in general. The wood, that's a photo. This is a stock photo. Like, even if they did this by hand, it almost perfectly emulates a stock photograph of wood. This has no business being in the game. Too high level of detail does not belong. Same for this texture as well. This has no business being in the game from detailing type on its own. As a CSGO skin, sure. For TF2, absolutely not. This does not belong in the game at all. It's simply inappropriate. This is just a huge, huge dud. Yeah, this is not a TF2 skin. This is a CS:GO skin. Maybe go put this on like the Mag 7 or the UMP 45, you know, then that's fine. But for TF2, no, not for this. It's just no. These look like photographs. The wood is very obviously like an edited stock photo of some kind. But these flowers, I don't know if they drew them, but they also look like a stock texture or a stock photograph of some kind. The details are way too small. It's not the right type of gradients you see normally inside of TF2 textures. It's not the right level of detail you see inside of TF2 textures. It just does not fit in the game at all. Does not belong. No thank you. Hard pass. Sorry. One more. No. All right, that's it. Okay. Wait, won't get added because it'll make the game more consistent? What? What? Consistent view models. Ah, I see. Yeah, I mean, this would be a welcome change, but oh well. I mean, yeah, sure, gimme, but we won't see it. Because Valve will not add anything that requires extra work. We already know this. That's why I truthfully dread the summer update. Okay, so that's the end. Now, vomit whatever maps you have at me, and I will make a log of maps, and then I will hopefully try to get them to play on them for Aaron's stream. So start throwing maps at me. Start throwing maps. Gimme, gimme, gimme. Just opening all the links in different tabs. And try to like, you know, keep the gimmicks at a minimum. You know, let's be serious here because we want to look at maps that could be potentially added into the game, right? That's what we need. We need maps that are actually going to be potentially added to the game. So that's what we want to look at here. Just send links my way. That's what we need. I'm just vomiting them onto here. Gimme, 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 gimme. I'll grab a few more. And then that should be good. I also really have to piss. Because you know what they say, when you drink beer, you don't drink beer, you borrow beer, because you almost return it immediately. Give me a few more. All right, that's like 20. Well, or like 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, it's like 20. All right, that's 20 maps. That should be good. And I will do my best to look at them. Yeah, that's a meme map already default. I've played on that one before. That one is shit. Flooded bad water, no. Flooded turbine, but no. Let's see. Shorelight, we already know, is a phenomenal map, and I will wholeheartedly no flooded harvest. No fucking flooded MBM map. Also, don't send me MBM maps because Valve won't add those either. Cashworks is commonly known. Let's see. All right, so now we have, okay, so that's not a TF2 map. Send me TF2 maps only, please. All right, these six will do. And I will upload the VOD to my second channel because I've been recording locally, so I can upload it immediately. And it should hopefully be live later tonight. So, all right, I'm cutting it off there. That's it. No more shit. That's all we're doing for today. That's the 2-hour mark, even though I spent like the first 20 minutes talking about random happenings for TF2. So thanks for hanging out. Thanks for watching. Thanks for chilling. We got through a lot of items today. A lot of fun. And really hoping that Valve does not royally fuck up the summer update, but I'm keeping my expectations very, very low. And yeah. Thanks for all the subs, thanks for the follows, thanks for the bits, and thanks for chilling, and I will see you guys later. Where's my fucking stop streaming button? There it is.